In this video, we'll take a look at the ways you can access machine learning capabilities from KDB Insights Enterprise. The first is via the Scratchpad using Python. So if you're used to doing your data modeling in Python using libraries like NumPy, sklearn, and Keras, this is probably a good place to start. And to demonstrate this, we're going to use part 2 of the tutorial that has a machine learning model example ready for us to use. So first, we're going to get the open, high, low close values of our trade dataset. And this is just a commonly used data representation that describes price movements of a stock over a specific period of time. So in our example, we're going to say over 1 minute intervals, let's calculate these values. And let's run this in our SQL window, switch to the visual tab and run get data. Nice, now we can see our price movements over time. Next, we're going to grab the pre-prepared machine learning code that is using an algorithm called long short-term memory to predict stock prices. So we're going to use an open source Git repo, which has an LTSM model written in Python, and it can be run against the data to create predictions. And we're going to visualize that in the Scratchpad. So in this code, we are importing our libraries and modules. You can see here, we're bringing in those LSTM model. We also prepare a data, we're splitting it into a train and test data set, and we're going to execute the model. Now do bear in mind, in this course, we're just using this to show you how you can train a Python first machine learning model in the KDB Insights Enterprise platform, rather than focusing on developing a particularly accurate model. So I'm not going to spend time going through what the model does, but the fully commented code is available for you to go through in the tutorial. Finally, at the end of this, we're plotting the training dataset next to the test dataset to show these predictions. And you can see, zooming on in the graph, where the color is changing, that's where the test dataset begins. And against this test data, the predictions are kind of following the live data pretty closely. So hopefully you can see how easy it is to use standard machine learning libraries that are accessible in KDB Insights Enterprise. You can also move the machine learning aspect upstream into your pipeline. So for an example, you have developed a model in your Scratchpad and you're happy with it. You could use the machine learning operators to perform analytics and produce predictions on the streaming data that's incoming. And you can see we have a whole host of classification, clustering, and regression models available out of the box for you to use. And you can also use the predict using registry model node, which allows you to apply a model that's stored external to the system. And in fact, in our manufacturing tutorial, we have a fully baked example of this. And this imports a model that's been saved on the cloud into KDB Insights Enterprise, and it's making a prediction on the streaming data in the pipeline. And I would recommend checking that out to see that in action and the docs to see the full functionality available to you with worked examples. That's it for this video. Do try the end of module quiz to test your knowledge.